Hi everybody, welcome to Perfectly Homeless. My name is Stephen Ferry. I am homeless and I'm goddamn happy to be so. Today I want to talk about having a backup plan, because if you're living in your car and you have everything you own in there, if your car breaks down, you're going to be in deep shit. So what I would suggest that you do is find a local mechanic. If you want to go the route of finding a mobile mechanic, that's good too, but I would make sure that you find someone that's been recommended, because a lot of these guys will just put up an ad on Craigslist and drive around and not really fix your car for you. So I would suggest finding a local mechanic, take your car to him, tell him that there's a chance that this I might need some work done to it, and would it be okay if I had it towed to your lot if it gets to that point? And they'll say yes, no. So that way you give them a heads up. If there's anything going on where you need to have your car repaired, you can just tow it to their lot. If they're not open, you'll be in good shape then. It always helps to have a good mechanic. I had the timing belt and the water pump done at 200,000 on the Honda Pilot, and I really like the guy a lot. He's an older Mexican gentleman, told me straight up what it was going to cost. Use genuine Honda parts, which is important, and he gave me a little bit of information. He also gave me a 1-year warranty, which he didn't need to do. And the nice thing was, is I told the guy, like, hey, I'll bring you back the car if it ever needs some work, and he pretty much said, I'll never see you again. And I was a little taken aback, and he finally said, it's a Honda, they don't really need that much work. So good for that guy. He won my business. So that's what I do. So in the instance where your car breaks down and you don't think you're going to be able to get it repaired, what you should do is go rent a U-Haul or a van and just load all your shit in there, and then try not to drive too far, because they want like $2 a mile now, and they're only 19 bucks a day, but the mileage is where they get you. So having that in your backup, the backup plan to use another van to transfer your stuff is a really good thing to be able to think about. I know where the U-Haul lot is, where I kind of run around, and I would just go and rent one there and drive it to where the car is. And because the last thing you want is the car to be towed to a yard when you can't get to it. And the towing is a lot of money, and the storage is a lot of money as well. So if you're getting in an accident and the car needs to be towed to a lot, you got to figure it out really quick. Otherwise, you're going to get stung with some hefty charges. Another backup plan you should have, having said all that, hopefully your car never breaks down. Buy something reliable. Don't buy a piece of shit. Always have a couple of places where you know you can park safely at night and not get hassled. We recently had the gyms reopen full time, so InShape has a rather large parking lot. They also have a number of locations throughout California, so you can actually bop around and go to different gyms in different cities. Like there's one in Capitola, which is north of here, north of Monterey, about an hour, I think. But the reason why I'm going to tell you that is because I was parking over at a parking lot by a restaurant, which everybody parks there. There's motorhomes in there at night, and I found a nice little spot right by the restaurant where I could get a Wi-Fi signal. And I broke my own rules by going there too often, and eventually the people in the restaurant called the cops, and they said there's some creepy guy outside, he's watching the employees. And the cops came, and they were super cool about it. And I was sitting here watching a movie on YouTube, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just sitting here. He's like, okay. And he told me that they called the cops, and they said there was some creepy guy out there. He didn't say creepy, but pretty much that's what I gathered from it. Said that I was watching the employees. I am a people watcher, and of course there's some cuties that work there, so I was eyeballing them. So that's a good rule to have if you're gonna be parking and sitting in your car for a while. Don't be staring at people. Don't be eyeballing people. Even the cops said, it's like, I want you to come back and patronize the place, just don't look at the employees for too long. So that cop was cool. I've never had any problems with these guys. They've always been very fair with me. They know there's a huge amount of people that are living in their cars right now, so it's really hard for them to enforce it. But if someone that owns private property calls the cops, they don't have any choice. They'll come. And he could have ran my license and checked me out if he wanted to. Of course, I haven't had any arrests in many, many years, so I'm clean and I don't have a problem with that. But these cops, they could make your life difficult, because if they want to search your car and they think they have probable cause, they're going to empty out all your shit. And if you've got all your shit in here, it's a big mess. So don't break my rules. Don't be staring at people. Check in early. Check out late. Check in early. Check out late. Check out late. Check in early. You know what I'm trying to say. It's been a long day. So what I'm trying to do now is limit the amount of miles that I'm driving, because gasoline is really expensive. It's like, what, $4 a gallon, maybe even more. So I kind of tend to stick to the lot where the gym is, and the grocery store is about a block that way. Dollar store is about 2 blocks that way. So I'm trying to do it right this time. I've changed the way that I put up the window shades. I no longer will use these black things. I've got a better idea now. I'm just going to put a curtain up right behind the front seats, because it's not that cold, and this way it just looks like the car's empty. Having shades up on your windshield and on your side windows is a good indication that someone's in the car. So I hope I didn't stammer through this too badly, but I don't feel like doing it again. So adios. Take it easy. See ya. Thanks. Subscribe.